Hi Kevin, you're there? Can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start. Last class we completed the second exercise, right? Or
Yes, we did 4B.
we complete 4B completely, or some question was uh, remaining?
We didn't do question 2.
Okay, so okay, can you read out the question and just see if you want me to do it or you can do it? Shall I start? What? Whatever. Just you can solve that question.
Decide whether each statement is true or false. Justify each of your decisions. Y is equal to 0 is an element of the range of the function.
Maybe you can solve that
That's,
few questions. That we'll go to. Then I'll start the next
it
exercise.
just says true or false, so
Yeah, you can do that one or two questions just for.
no. The first one will be false. There's no solution to that question. Okay. Then let's look at 3. Let's see, 2C. The equation y equals x squared plus 3 cannot take value 2. That would mean it would have to be -1. No. That's also. No, that's true. It cannot take
Okay,
value 2.
so before B. Okay, you can tell me the answers of the second question. 3.
So first is false.
Why
Is
0 is
there's
an
no
element of the range
solution.
of the function? Why cannot be 0? You mean to say true. False means you are correct.
False.
B.
It would, for B, it would be true.
See, regarding B and C, the question is a bit unclear. That they are saying it's value of X or value of Y. Mostly it's value of X, because uh, cannot take the value means what? Y cannot take the value or X cannot take the value. I think it says Y cannot take the value. So then it is false. Yes, Y can. What did you say? Did you say false?
I said true.
Okay, no. So it was a bit confusing. You were thinking they are talking about X, right?
Yeah.
No, I was also thinking earlier, but when I read the question carefully, uh, the equation y equals to x square cannot take the value -1. It means that y equals to x square. If even if you remove equals to x square part, the equation y cannot take the value -1. So they are talking about y. Okay, or you can take x square. They are talking about x square. One and the same thing. They are saying x square cannot be -1 or y cannot be -1. That is true. X square can never be -1 or y can never be -1. Okay. After solving a square, you can never get a negative value. Okay. Or you can
Yeah.
also do it in other way around. If you put y as -1, x will become under root -1. That is also not possible. Okay. So yeah, I mean true. B is true. C part, the equation this y can do. Y cannot take the value 2. What is the C? True or false?
C, I think, was true.
No, again false. Same question. Y, if y becomes 2, again when you bring it 3 that side, it will become -1. Same thing. X square cannot be -1. Got it?
Okay.
D part.
So the function y equals x squared minus 1. there are two values of x when y is equal to 3. Two values. It's 2 and negative 2. That's true.
Yeah, so that's true.
Plus minus 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay, for the function y equals x over 3 minus 1, the image of x equals negative 3 is negative 2. What? I don't understand the wording on that question.
Okay. Image, you should know what is image, what is pre-image. Image means the set B. I mean the front part of the arrow. Pre-image is the back part of the arrow. In simple terms, image means Y and pre-image means X. So image of X is minus 3, means the Y value is minus 2. So they are saying when X is minus 3, Y will be minus 2. You are getting?
When x is minus 3,
Its result, the output
Y
is minus 2.
2.
Y value will be minus 2. Is it true?
Minus 3. Then it would be true, right?
Yeah, true. Okay. So let's come to the next exercise. My target is to complete two exercises today, C and D. Okay. So let's start. So graph of a function. We need just a graph paper, that's it. Okay, 2 mm graph paper. So do you have the graph paper? Do you have the graph paper?
Okay.
Do you have the graph paper?
It's I think 0.5 by 0.5 centimeter.
Doesn't matter. But you have the graph paper, right? You have to get it, or you have it with you?
No, I have the book next to me here.
Oh, let's start. So I'll tell you how to draw the graph, how to see the domain and range. Okay, so let me do example 5 and you can come to the exercise. So you can see on the screen. Can you see the screen? Can you see?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a question. We have 4 parts. First part is draw the graph. Second part is find domain range. I'm not going in order, but one part is we have to draw the graph. Second part is we have to find the domain range. Third part is I have to find x and y intercepts. X and y intercept means where the graph is cutting the x-axis and y-axis. And the last part is that they will be given one point. In the question they have given 200 comma minus 199. I have to check whether it lies on the graph. Have you understood the question? I said it very fast. Okay. So have you understood?
Yeah, kind of.
So first part is I have to draw the graph. You can see the example,
Yeah.
or not. In the page 140, you have example 5. Can you see that? Page 140.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can read the question. Draw the graph of function y equals to minus x plus 1. Can you read it? Write down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Draw the graph of the function y equals negative x plus
So
1.
first part is you have to draw the graph. Second part is we have to find the points where the graph intercepts the x-axis and y-axis, where it cuts the x-axis and where it cuts the y-axis. You can see the graph also, right? Below that in the answers, right?
Yeah.
So like 1 and 1. The 1 x value is 1, y value is 1. Where it cuts the x-axis and where it cuts the y-axis. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Third part C. Can you read the C part? Decide whether the point 200 comma minus 199 lies on the graph. So whether we have to check whether this point is on the red line or not. Yes or no. Okay. Fourth part is uh,
But how do we know that?
I'll tell you. Just now I'm
Okay.
trying to just explain the question. And D part is point 6 comma y lies on the graph. They have said it. It lies on the graph. Find the value of y. Okay. It lies on the
Yeah.
line. Okay. So now one by one I'll tell you how to do. First is uh, first part is how we'll draw the graph. I'll tell you. Once the graph is drawn, other parts are like piece of cake only. They are nothing. Main thing is first part. First part is also easy. Drawing the graph is very easy. Just it has two steps. Step one is we draw a table of x and y. Okay. We draw x comma y table, and here I will just need 3 points. That's it. 2 points are enough to draw a line, but third point is just for cross checking in case if I did some
Yeah, to
calculation.
make sure it's correct.
Yeah, to if in case if I've done some calculation mistake, I'll come to know. How will I come to know? Let's say if I'm getting 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here, they are not in a straight line. It means that I have done some calculation mistake, because a linear equation will always be a straight line. It is impossible that the points are on a different line. So they will be on a straight line. So third point is a cross checking. If I have done some calculation mistake, I'll easily come to know. No chance of mistake. Okay. Oh, I cannot do such a blunder. Of course, if somebody has done a very double mistake, that's very rare. Okay. So first part is draw the table. Second part is draw the graph. Very simple. How to draw the table? Randomly, I will assume the value of x as 0, 1 or 2. And I'll just do calculation and find out the values of y. Okay. So let's say I put x as 0, I get y as 1. I put x as 1, so I get y as minus 1, 0. I'll put x as 2, so minus 2 plus 1. Have you understood the first part?
Yeah.
Okay, because you like fast, so I did fast. Okay, so step 2 is draw the graph. Very simple. You have graph 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. And
Yeah.
minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Each box you can take it as 1 unit.
1, 2, 3.
And minus 1, minus 2. Of course, and 0 comma. I can take a different color also. 0 comma 1. So this is the first point. 1 comma 0 is the second point. You should make it how I am making it. Make a dot and make a circle. And 2 comma minus 1. This is the third point. So I have to join it with a ruler. Always make it with a ruler. So, and the pencil should be sharp. I mean, for every question, you need to sharpen your pencil if you have multiple graph questions. Okay, so this is the answer for the first part. We have drawn the graph, and you can see it's same as the answer which they have given in the question and solutions. Now coming to the second part, we have to tell where. Have you understood the first part?
But
Yeah.
on their graph, it shows 3 intersecting with negative 2 at the bottom. Oh, wait, right, it does. Never mind.
Hey, of course, you cannot compare. My graph is not accurate because I am just explaining the concept. I have not used a ruler or something. I have not
Yeah.
drawn the graph on the graph paper. This it is not 1 unit. It is just approximately same. My graph is not so accurate because it's not a graph paper. I am just drawing on the white paper. Okay. So just for explaining. Okay. Okay. Now the B part, where the graph cuts on x-axis and y-axis. This is called X-intercept and Y-intercept. So the X-intercept, the graph point where the graph cuts the x-axis is 1. X-intercept. Understood?
Yeah.
And the point where the graph cuts y-axis is also 1. y
1. So
plus
1
plus
comma
1
1.
y, and not 1 comma 1, we can write separately. X-intercept is 1 and y-intercept is 1. Okay, of course there are different
Yeah.
ways of doing it. I can tell you through equation also to cross check. If you convert the equation in this form, x upon a plus y upon b, a and b will be intercept. Like I can write this equation as x plus y equals to 1, correct? Now what is the denominator of x and y? That is the answer,
1.
1 and 1. Okay, this is just extra information, but don't get confused. If you are able to handle it, it's okay. This is just for cross checking whether your answer from the graph and from the equation is same. That means you're done correct. Like if I have a equation 2x plus 3y equals to 1, okay, if I divide it by 6, because not for this there nothing should be with x and y, nothing should be attached with x and y, you cannot write 2 and 3. So divide by 6, I will get x upon 3 plus y by 2 equals to 1 by 6. Understood? So what is x and y intercept? 3 and 2, plus 3 and plus 2. So answer is plus 3 and plus 2. I mean, of course in the question they have not asked you in this method, they have asked you by seeing the graph, but this was
But
just
this is much easier. It's faster if you need to use it.
but you will not get marks. This is, I'm telling you, just for cross checking your answer. If you have
Okay,
time,
yeah.
it should not be that you waste a lot of time in one question. But yeah, okay, fine. I think it doesn't take time if you practice it. Yeah, it takes few seconds. So okay, you have to be quick. First of all, you can copy this. I'll erase and come to the next page.
Yeah, I need to copy that.
So this is the first part, and the second part is x-intercept is 1 and y-intercept is also 1. Okay, I have done the A and B part. I'll come to the C. I hope you have understood the A and B part. A part is drawing the graph. Just in the graph you have two steps. First step is draw the table between x and y, any three values, and then step 2 is draw the graph. Remaining things you can see in the question. B, C and D. You can see on the graph one. That's it, you'll get the answers. Okay. So taken a screenshot or have you copied it? What are you doing?
I'm just finishing copying
Okay, okay, that's better.
it. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so can you read the C part?
The C part?
Yeah.
Decide whether the point A 200 negative 199 lies on the graph of this function.
You have to decide whether the point A 200 comma minus 199 lies on the graph. How will we find out? Any guesses? Just put, so simple.
Put these into the same equation, x
Yeah,
over a plus y over b.
Put it in the equation. So simple. Put the value of x here. Put the value of y in the place of y. If you get LHS equal to RHS, left hand side equal to right hand side, if you get, it satisfies the equation. It means it lies on the graph. If not, then not. Simple. Like RHS, right hand side is,
Sure.
when you put the value of y, you get minus 190. Sorry, left hand side. Of course, in your
Y is
in your UK they don't write LHS RHS, I think. So you can write y as minus 29 and minus x plus 1. You can write checking. So minus x plus 1, you get 200, minus 200 plus 1, minus 190. So you get, therefore y equals to minus x plus 1. So hence the point 8 lies on the graph. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll come to the, so the C part was whether we have to check the point whether it lies on the graph or not. So the solution was just put it in the equation. Just put it in the equation. If left hand side equal to right hand side, it lies on the graph. If not, then it does not lie. So point T part says point B 6 comma y lies on the graph. Okay, it is laying an emphasis. It lies on the graph. Okay, we believe then it lies on the graph, and we'll put just minus x plus 1. So we get minus 5. So we got it was asking the value of y. Yes, if it lies on the graph, if x is 6, y has to be minus 5. Same concept. This lies on the graph, so just put it in the equation. Just solve. Okay?
Yeah.
That's it. Over. So we'll start with the exercise. Yeah. 4C.
Okay.
You have to do. I did one question. You have to do a first question.
Okay. Graph the function y is equal to 2x minus. Two, three, four. That's 2, 4, 6. 2 minus 1. 1. If 2. Y is equal to 2x minus 4. So x, y, 0, 1, 2. 2x minus 4, negative 4. Negative 2. 0, and then 2. So 0, negative 4. 1, negative 2. And then 2, 0. And 32. Okay, I've drawn the graph. Write down the coordinates of the point where the graph of this function meets.
So is your graph of the shape of, in the second question there is one graph, you can see second question A part. Is your graph of that type?
Sorry?
Is your graph of the shape similar to that somewhat?
Of the other graph, the one we did in example 5.
No, the second question for A part. Exercise 4C, second question A part.
Yeah, it's somewhat. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
So
similar to that.
okay. So what is the B part?
B part. Write down the coordinates of the point where the graph of this function
Okay.
meets.
Okay. Let's come to the A part first. In A part, what did you get the value of x and y in the table?
I did 0, 1, 2, 3.
And y values?
-4, -2, 0, and 2.
Perfect. Okay, now come to the B part. What is the answer of B part?
Where the function meets the x-axis, it would be -4, and it meets the y-axis at 0, -4, and then 0. 2, 0.
Uh-huh. No, one by one. Tell me the where it meets the x-axis.
0, -4.
Uh-huh. Oh, you not understand. You mean to say -4, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not the correct answer. Can you see the graph and tell me where it meets the x-axis? In your graph, at what point is your graph cutting the x-axis? I think it is 2.
What point? Cutting the x.
2. The line is cutting the x-axis, right?
Oh, I mixed them up. I thought I wrote x-axis as the vertical one and y-axis is the
No.
horizontal.
Oh, no. How can
It's
it
the other way around.
how can it be? So, okay, I'll tell you one more shortcut. I will tell you even better. I told you one shortcut, right? X upon a plus y upon b. But that was, I'll tell you even more better shortcut. Just put x as 0, you will get y-intercept. And if you put y as 0, you will get x-intercept. In the equation, just put x as 0, you will get y-intercept. Put y as 0, you will get x-intercept. Did you understand?
Yeah.
When you put x as 0, how much did you get the value of y?
When I put x as 0, the value of y was -4.
Yeah. And this is the shortcut way of drawing the graph actually. It's a super shortcut. Like, it's a super duper shortcut, I'll tell you. By this method, you can do A and B part together in 1 sec, in 10 seconds or something like that. It's a super duper shortcut. Just you can draw the graph as well as you will come to know the value of x-intercept and y-intercept. See, first let me draw this graph paper. Okay, so this is x-axis. Okay.
Yeah.
This is, you should make an arrow like this, minus x-axis, y-axis as a negative y-axis. Okay. Of course, you should always write a scale here. In a scale, you can write in x-axis one box equals to 1 unit, because if in the question it's given centimeter, in place of unit write centimeter. If it's given in meter or rupees or time in, let's say, hours, then you can write hours or minutes, whatever is in the x-axis. In y-axis also, right now we don't have anything, so one box equals to 1 unit, like this. Okay, on the top right little space you can write the scale. Of course this part should not come in between of your graph. So now I'll tell you super shortcut. When you put x as 0, you get y as -4, right?
Yeah.
So I got y as -4. So this is when I put x as 0, I have plotted on the graph, you can see. And when I put y as 0, I got x as 2, right? 2x equals to 4, x equals to 2, right? So I got this point. So just join this both, so you got the graph. This is super shortcut. Put x as 0, put y as 0, and even you get the answers of part B also. Answer of part B, this is x-intercept 2, y-intercept is -4.
Yeah.
Okay. So but I think you yes, again you should, I think you can do it by this shortcut also. In example 7 they have done it by shortcut, so I don't think there is any issue here. I don't know, maybe you can draw the table also. You can draw the table also. Don't take risk, okay? Between x and y, just to show them. In the table, you already have 2 points. Only you have to just write one more point. You already have 2 points. In one, once you put x as 0, once you put y as 0. And this is always the intelligence, to put x as 0 and y as 0. So x is 0, y is 0. You can take one more point, you can put x as 1 or something like that. Okay. Now the third part of the question, we are getting delayed actually. So third part is decide whether this point, have you done the third part?
The third part, no.
So
Should I do it?
Yeah. You do it, yeah.
Okay. Y is equal to x minus 4 or 90 and 2 times okay, so it doesn't lie on the graph because y is equal to 490 and 250. 2 times 250 is 500 minus 4, which is 496, so it does not lie on the graph.
Good. Can you do the D? Of course, you explain it in your proper. Your answer is correct. Explain it properly. Okay, now D part.
D part. The point B minus 3, y lies on the graph of this function. Find the value of y. X. Okay, so y value would be equal to So y is equal to 2 times negative 3 minus 4. So y is equal to negative 10. Y is equal to y is negative 10.
Yeah, correct. So I'll come to the next part. We are really going behind time. So okay, third question is very easy. It can be homework. Fourth question is also very easy. I'll come to the second part. Second part. Okay, second part. Say only two things you have to find out: domain range and X-intercept, Y-intercept. You already know the X-intercept, Y-intercept part. I'll tell you the domain range part. So in the second question, I'll tell you the graph is given. How to see, how to tell the domain and range. Okay.
Okay.
Now, first of all, what is domain and what is range? Domain is the value of x, and range is the values of set of values of y. So domain is all the values of x for which the graph is defined, and range is all the values of y which you get after substituting all those values of x. Okay. So
Okay.
of course, to find out domain ranges through graph, there are two methods to equation in graph. Here through graph. Through graph, it's very easy. Just drop a shadow on x-axis, you get the domain. We'll drop a shadow on y-axis, I'll get the range. Now, what is the meaning of dropping a shadow? Let's say in the first question, this is the graph. This is 4, this is minus 2. Okay.
Okay.
Let's say if I take some beam of light here, I take a tube light here, a beam of light here. If I drop the shadow, where will the shadow fall?
The shadow will fall.
The
How do you?
shadow of this line on x-axis, it will fall here, right? From bottom the light is coming, and shadow of this line on x-axis.
Okay. Yeah.
So it falls on the whole x-axis. So domain is R, the whole real number. Same thing I do it on y-axis. If I draw a beam of light, okay, so where will the shadow fall? It will fall here, and it will fall on the complete y-axis, right? Are you getting?
Yeah.
So range is also R. Okay.
Okay, this is a little bit. I don't know.
maybe you have to practice, okay, a little bit. We'll do 3 questions, then this will become easy. Okay, there is one more method. This method is not given in your book actually, but in your book also they have given a similar thing. They have said what is the value of x, range of x. X is going from minus infinity to infinity, right? The value of x is ranging from minus infinity to infinity. If you if you take the first point and last point, drop it, drop the perpendicular on x-axis, what you get? Minus infinity to infinity, right? So the values of x are ranging from minus infinity to infinity. Same thing you do for y. I mean, take the first point and last point on the graph, drop on y-axis. Again, it is ranging from minus infinity. Of course, this line is going up till infinity. So the range is R and domain is also R. Understood? So I'll do the second question, you can do the I'll do the B part, you can do the C part. So B part is that graph is going like this. So what will be the shadow on x-axis? See, graph is expanding. Okay, so it will cover the whole x-axis. If I take beam of light on the top and at the bottom, this shadow will fall here, here, and even here. Shadow of this part will fall here, this part here. You're getting?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, the domain will be R. But about the range, if I talk about the range, can you, okay, maybe you can copy this part, I'll delete and write it in the next one. I don't know what you have to copy, but you can just write domain R and range R like that in the first part.
Okay.
Or the shadow thing. Done?
Yeah.
This is the graph, okay? So, once again I'll draw the graph again. Let me draw it with a straight line. Okay?
Yeah.
No. This peak value is the point where I need to take care, where is the maximum value of y. Yeah. What is that? 8. That's it. So if I drop like shadow on x-axis, so this part shadow will be here, correct? Are you getting what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And middle part shadow will be here.
On the bottom, yeah.
So it goes, so domain is R, correct? Are you getting?
Yeah.
Now I'll come to y-axis. Let me take a different color. Let me take a green light. So if I'm dropping a shadow on y-axis, this shadow will fall here, correct? And this part shadow will fall here. This purple part shadow will fall here, right?
Yeah.
So it will be from minus infinity to 8.
Infinity. Right.
8.
Right.
So
Right, because the line doesn't go.
the shadow will fall up till here. So minus infinity. Of course, we always draw open bracket on minus infinity to 8. Nothing can be equal to minus infinity. So open bracket and 8.
Okay.
So of course, this is not the method given in your textbook. They just say that just see the graph and write the answer. So, I mean, what is the minimum value of y and maximum value of y? You have to see from the graph, imagine all this. But this is the better. This you can do in your mind, because you'll never make a mistake here. So, okay. Even you can see the maximum value of y is 8, minimum value of y. Y will take many values and the maximum value will be 8. Okay? Minimum value is minus infinity. And x will take all the values from minus infinity. But you do it by the shadow method only. But don't show it like you are doing it by this shadow method. Okay? Maybe you can do it in rough form. Okay. Can you do the C part?
C part. So the domain would be -1 to 1.
Okay, -1, 1. Close bracket or open bracket?
Yeah. Close bracket.
Perfect. Okay. And range?
The range would be 1 to -infinity.
No.
The 1 would be a closed bracket, and then the -infinity open bracket.
No. Range part is range will be 0 to 1. If you drop a shadow, it will just fall on that part, 0 to 1. We have to just see the graph which they have drawn in the question. We don't have to extrapolate or something. The range will be 0 to 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So let's come to the what should I do? Okay, we'll come to exercise 4D. We have 7-8 minutes because it is same, it is similar, there is nothing new. So come to exercise 4D, 144 page.
4D.
Okay. Last question of 4C is homework, and we'll come to 4D. 4D first question is fx is equal to something something. So a part is calculate f2. It is very easy. Just put x as 2. Okay. Are you getting, Kevin?
Uh,
In
no,
4D,
wait.
have you opened 4D?
Yeah, 144, right? Yeah.
Okay. Can you see the first question?
Consider the function f of x is equal to x bracket. Yeah.
In the a part, this is calculate f2. f2
Yeah.
means just put x as 2. In the question,
Okay.
just calculate 2 into 2 minus 1 into 2 plus 3. So 2 into 1 into 5 equals to 10. Understood?
Okay. Yeah, that's quite easy.
In the b part, we have to find the image of x equals to 1 by 2. So
Is that the same
yeah, same
thing
thing.
or?
Same thing. You have to find out the value of y. Okay. Oh,
Okay.
I mean y or fx, one and the same. Just put x as 2. X is 1 by 2. Sorry. Now c part again, we have to prove that when we put x as minus 3 we get 0. So then we will come to know. Okay. Same part,
Yeah.
same thing. In the d part again same thing. We have to check whether minus 1 comma minus 4 lies in the graph. Okay.
Okay.
So you can do any part. You can do, if you want to do any one question, you can do one question number 1 or 2. Which one you would like to do?
I'll do question 1. Decide whether the
Maybe
point.
you can do question number 2. One question already I have explained. So you can do question number 2.
Okay, consider the
Okay.
function
Yeah.
d.
One thing I forgot to tell you. When we write y equals to something or fx equals to x square minus 5x plus 6, or we write y equals to x square minus 5x plus 6. So x is also variable, y is also variable, but x is called independent variable and y is called dependent variable. Okay. Y is dependent
Okay.
on x. Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
of course, this is just terminologies.
Write down the independent variable of this function. So that would be t.
Correct.
That's it?
Yeah.
This t?
Yes.
Okay. Calculate d 2.5. So 5 times 2.5 is equal to 12.5. 12.5 plus or minus t squared. Minus t minus 2.5 minus 6.5, so 12. 12 points. Wait, that's 6.25. And then calculate the image of t is equal to 1, so 5. That's 5 minus 1. That's 4. Show that d1 and d4 take the same value. So d1, we already did d1, so that's 4. And then d4, so 5 times 4, 20, minus 16, so it's also 4. Okay, I'm done.
Done. Okay, you can do one more question.
Okay, I'll do. Okay, number 3. Consider the function Cn is equal to 100 minus 10n. Calculate C2, so 100 minus 20, that's 80. The point 3b lies on the graph of the function C. Find the value of b. Well, then it would be 70. T2. X and
Which
Y.
question?
Y. 3b.
100 minus 30. Correct, 70. So that's it. I think that's it. You can do this fourth both the exercise remaining questions as homework. Even that you can solve the exercise questions without seeing. Okay.
Okay.
I think the next student is about to join. Your classes is always in between, so we have to end on time. Sorry. Okay. So
Yeah.
no problem. We have completed 2 exercise, so it's good. I think that's it for today. Okay, Kevin. So you can do both the
Yeah.
exercise. Maybe one question is remaining, and also the solved examples, if possible. Okay. You can do this.
Okay.
Go through that. Okay, that's it. Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah, you too. Bye.
You are now muted. You are currently the only person in this conference. You are currently the only person in this conference. You are now muted. You are now unmuted.
Hi Ramit, you there?
You are now muted.
Hello.
You are now unmuted.